gotta start rolling, so just in case we stumble on it, I could just cut to that directly.
Confusion.
God damn it!
Where is he?
I think he's over where the computer's at.
Oh yeah.
Just wants to check their email.
Okay, I think he just went back up.
They're like
Zeno69@hotmail.com.
and then it chuckles to itself and goes, nice.
I wasn't able to say it because my mother was present, but yeah, I saw 69 on something today, and like 69 points of something in the house, and I wanted to say something. It's like, don't say it, because mom's gonna want to know why you're saying that. My mother is a pure and innocent creature.
Cannot explain that. Will not explain that.
I mean, I actually had to explain what the slang term spunk was for when we were working on the movie.
Oh, right.
Oh, what a conversation that must have been.
That was interesting because she was working on the monster by then, so it was like, Mom, I thought you would have known. Oh well. Anyway, so I haven't.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Ah, hello, sir.
Hey.
Yeah, you really want to do this now?
No.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
Hey, we should just put Jeff Bezos in here.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, God, we should put Jeff Bezos in here. Oops.
And, like, in replacement for, like, the Andes. King of the Andes.
Has he dropped something there? No.
Oh.
Flamethrower fuel, there we go.
That was worth the hit to the damage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of mixed on Resident Evil 8 from the looks of things.
Hold on just a quick second. That's weird.
Get from a this is just Barovia standpoint.
Whoa. The game like glitched, or the controller glitched. I'm gonna cycle the batteries.
Okay.
Cycle the batteries real quick.
But yeah, I don't know. There's things like the Merchant as well that really knock me back. I do like the look of it though, in terms of like some of the, I guess like the architecture, the dressing of the game. Some of it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does feel like they're injecting it with more of a Resident Evil 4 meets Resident Evil 7 type of vibe.
Yeah, that makes me just groan every time because I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I will never be free.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never be free.
Is it still the best-selling Resident Evil game for? Like,
No,
it was for quite a margin for some time.
I know. I think a different one surpassed it.
Yeah, I think it was 2 remake. I think beat it, right?
Possibly.
Oh shit.
Near your junk.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Resident Evil 5 is actually the best-selling game.
Ah, okay.
The Resident Evil 2 was
stop.
like a comeback of sorts.
7 ended up doing very well, considering.
We're good. That was a bump. That wasn't a kill. Okay.
Yep.
First of all, what do you got on you, your person, sir?
Blasting cap.
More blasting caps. Fucking everywhere, man. I'm telling you. Okay, surplus to requirements. We're reducing power budget to area. Any questions should be directed to your line manager. Distribution systems. So I reinstated distribution systems.
You didn't check his fanfic.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't have the time to leave kudos. That's right. I've got fic. I need to get back to writing on that note.
What would his fanfic be? A secret for iRobot.
Andy pairing fanfic.
Mm-hmm. No, it's Andy. See, it's a sweet OT3. I am so fucked.
Bye.
Can I climb in there now, please?
No.
I
No.
think so. You should be
No.
able to. What's
No.
going on?
Denied.
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 Go away. No.
There we go.
Oh, I hate it when it's
I
like
do
that.
remember that the motion tracker is supposed to point towards it with whatever your next objective is, with that little line at the top.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make a run. Maybe it's something through these maintenance tunnels. Because Jesus, I've been looking for 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
It's just it's in your heart all along.
Yeah. The breakers were the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hi, can we help you?
Ah.
It's like I feel like I'm at the drive-through window. It's like, yeah, sir, sorry, you have to order. You have to order back at the sign. Okay.
Steve.
Yeah, no, we stopped serving the fried French toast strips at 2.
No.
And yes, I'm aware I'm probably going to get myself killed, but
Yes, you do.
as you do. Exactly.
Is there a breaker? Let's just find out.
Yeah, if I... Oh, this is a new room. I haven't been through here yet. Or no. Okay.
Oh, that.
Oh, there's probably a door I haven't gone through yet. That would explain a lot. Okay. Come on. Come on, little one. Come on. He's right around the goddamn corner. And... Whoa.
Don't act suspicious. Don't
Don't.
act suspicious.
We're just gonna use our inside voices right now. I'm just gonna get...
You know, if that door slammed on its tail right now, everything would be worth it. Damn it! You just turned right around.
I think you're onto a winner, though.
Yeah, I think so. Excuse me, Stompy, that's my face. I need that.
You know what? That's really rude.
When I said when I went to the salon wanting to get a facial, this is not what I meant.
Stands 1 month for facial.
Yeah, this is definitely... Of course, it had to be this game that I decided to play do blind on the channel without a walkthrough. It's like I'm just imagining Napoleon Wilson looking at me and going, "Can't argue with a confident man." No, please don't spot me. Yep, please just go over there. I'm going to access that rewire, and I'm going to turn you off.
To turn you off.
Yep, I'm gonna turn it off. All I'm gonna say is, I mean, it doesn't take much to turn off a camera. Just, I don't know, say Newt Gingrich.
Right now, I just want to punch.
So does the camera, and unfortunately, the poor thing doesn't have hands.
I think, is that the breaker on the wall there, sparking?
I
Donate to my GoFundMe to have me punch all Republicans.
I would donate like my freaking life savings into that.
It's just like going down with.
Thank God. Okay, seeing the locker room and like the elements of the showers just reminded me of something. So we were talking about last recording session, Forbidden World. I forgot to mention, Gareth, that you're someone that appreciates Alien Covenant to some extent, I assume.
Yes, far more than the average Joe does, by the sounds of things.
The average working Joe, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mentioned it because when my dad saw the trailer for Alien Covenant, I hadn't seen Forbidden World yet, but he sees the kills in the trailer and he's like, "Wait a minute, they're ripping off Forbidden World, the shower room kill." And I was like, "What?" And Yeah, sure enough, that's apparently where. I mean, I don't think it's officially been stated that's where they got it from, but it repeats the gags in some of the shots rather closely to the point that it was kind of like, oh, Ridley.
Well, in a way, I guess that kind of plays into Alien and the inspirations for that film as well.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that. Well, there's another famous B movie that one has drawn. That Alien has drawn a lot of inspiration from. Just trying to think what it's called now.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Something's happening.
Wow.
I don't know if I did it bad or not. I'm going to try to find a hiding spot. Something. Oh, wait.
Oh, yes. Planet of the Vampires.
Yes. Bava.
Yeah, I was going to say something about vampires, but I was wondering if I was just going to mix it up with Life Force. But yeah, Planet of the Vampires. That's a film that a lot of people say that there's clearly a lot of the DNA for Alien in that film.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Have you saved it by any chance?
Stupid alien.
Just about to.
All I just hear is like,
Oh no!
oh no.
Oh no!
Wow, I felt this like
Thanks. Passive aggressive tip.
I just Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I just had this like little flare in my gut. Oh Christ.
Is that the crushing knowledge?
I'm so sorry. I wouldn't put it past Ridley Scott drawing from that type of source as well, because considering he is like well regarded as being quite a classical director and one of those, I guess, that's held at quite a high status, but he actually like really enjoys, from the sound of things and from where his inspirations are always drawn from, he really enjoys like gritty B movies and weird B movies and that type of thing, and he's someone that's built his whole visual style on watching a lot of and reading a lot of heavy metal and that type of thing.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, when you figure, I mean, clearly part of Alien's, art direction is inspired, or I guess is, lifted from where Jodorowsky was going with Dune.
Yes, yeah.
But, I mean, that dream team that Jodorowsky put together was very much like the best of Metal Hurlant, from that time.
And, I mean, he's still drawing from some of the concept art that they created for Jodorowsky's Dune. They were still drawing from that for Prometheus. The temples that they enter are very much like the temples from the Jodorowsky's Dune that H.R. Giger had worked on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vanessa, you've heard about the dream team that was put together for that Dune project, right?
So,
Yeah, that was. I mean, you have Giger on. I think it was, as Gareth was saying, like the production design or the interiors. They had someone on costumes, and then Chris Moss on spaceships. It was like basically was like like anyone you could think of that was like, this is the one that does this best. This is the one that does that best, and they just like got from that time anyway. Yeah,
I watched that Jodorowsky's Dune documentary as well, and it's one of those things that I've seen about in a lot of different documentaries, and I'd read about, and I'd always been gutted that we never actually saw. But when I actually watched that documentary, I would say that my main takeaway from that was, well, of course it didn't work out. It was just so outlandish for the time, and so such a bold idea. It is a shame. I feel like we've been robbed of something, but yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna try to find a locker. See if there's a locker position for me to hide into if necessary. I don't think so. Oh, poop. Yesterday from this recording date, Castlebrook, Paul, and I were talking about this with our friend Patty Murphy about the PT and Silent Hills, because Patty was kind of saying like it's kind of better that PT wasn't a game, because there is the levels of hype for Silent Hills was so high, it wouldn't have lived. It would have been impossible to live up to, basically.
Yeah. Stood that. But I also didn't have a PS4 at the time, so I never played it. So like it felt like something where it's like, I guess if you played it you would possibly understand the point of it, but I did not think it was nearly as good and clever and brilliant as some people thought it was. I was like, okay, this is fine.
I really quite enjoyed it, but my experience of it was completely different than everybody else, because I didn't just happen across it. I didn't download it. It was like somebody talked me through and walked me through the entire the entire demo, essentially.
That's a very different experience. I mean, people were just like stumbling on the solution to it.
Yeah, it was a trip. And to be honest, I don't know if I would want a game that was that fucking obtuse for, what do you figure? The average Kojima game is 25 hours?
Yeah. I quite liked the concept demo. Well, not demo, but the concept reel that they released of the hallway and all. Well, it's essentially like
Yeah, that was cool.
I liked that.
Like with the door being blown across the hallway and then opening into this their way down. I was like, that feels really quite cool. I wanted it to be more like that.
The kid in that video is the model for Chico from Metal Gear Solid.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've not made that connection as well,
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I was excited for a Junji Ito art style.
Yeah.
Because I thought he would be really great for it.
Oh, Junji Ito's actually a comic book artist and writer that I've only just started getting into over the past year, actually. I only a couple of weeks ago picked up. I don't know if you actually have it released in America as well, but the Shiver. A particular book. It's just a collection of his stories, as they all are. It's the one with the balloons that take people away.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own balloon that will essentially kill them, and it's this like horrible and you try. The thing is, you're trying to explain it to somebody. Oh, what's Junji Ito? Oh, well, I'm trying to explain a story like it's about people that find identical holes in rocks to their body shape and decide to enter them, or it's about balloons that take people away and kill them, and that bear their likeness, and it never comes across as well as actually sitting down and reading it, and how fucking terrifying it actually is.
A lot scarier than it sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. Okay, progress.
That's a lot about horror. It sounds completely hilarious and ridiculous, but the situation itself is utterly horrifying.
Yeah, it's like trying to describe a nightmare to somebody, and like the more that you kind of talk your way through it, you're like, well, I guess it doesn't sound anywhere near as effective as living it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, because that was, I was actually, interesting was I thought of, oh, hang on.
I think so.
I got a plan. Head for the labs.
Okay. Does the plan involve more explosions? Because, that seemed to work fucking fantastic, Nathaniel Bard. Thank you.
100%. There will be an explosion.
He's goddamn Nathaniel Bard.
Because I had some weird, not very comfortable dreams this morning, and it's, it made me think of how, when we, it's, because, to me it was like, oh God, like I'm, because I have a fear of like underwater areas in video games, and it was a underwater video game area. Basically, it was very like Super Mario 64, which Super Mario 64 is rather quaint, except for the giant eel.
Eel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Beverly had to show that to me. He was like, no, this was horrifying to me.
And
I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, but the it's like I find we were talking about Event Horizon a while ago, and that is like super over the top when you think of like the visuals that it flashes at you, of all the grotesque gore and stuff, which Fangoria actually gets to show you everything in all its grandeur. And I hear someone coughing in the distance. And it's like those things are like what should be terrifying, but after a while it just becomes kind of cool. It becomes aesthetic, and
yeah.
And it's like when you have the very personal, individualistic horror, I think it's where you're coming from. It's like it becomes the personal experience. So like reading the book is so different. You are so dead.
Yeah, Event Horizon is a film that I like, but I wish was quieter.
That's Anderson for you.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it would just had just a touch of subtlety.
Right.
It doesn't know subtlety if it just, crept up behind him and yelled subtlety at him.
Oh,
loud noises.
No, Isaac Clarke is dead.
Clarke is dead.
Oh man.
And he was just a day from retirement as well.
Oh, dead to space now.
Yeah, who's going to be harassed by necromorphs endlessly?
Necromorph.
Gosh.
That's another game that everybody speaks about as being like a pinnacle of horror. I played the first one. I quite enjoyed it, but the second game everybody seems to talk about as being like, this is the one that defined Dead Space. I never got around to playing it, though.
I didn't play any of the Dead Space series until a couple years ago, and I think I ended up enjoying it more for the amount of time I hadn't played it.
Yeah.
Like, I was able to appreciate it, and like, even the one that people didn't like, I was still able to appreciate parts of it.
But yeah, is that the third one that was like based on an ice planet?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there's some interesting alien stuff in there. Like, it's not great, but it's not as bad as everyone set it up to be.
Yeah.
Like, they made it sound like the absolute worst thing.
Oh, look at this little dancing guy.
Well, I mean, I know this is something that I get into on the podcast quite often. I probably sound like a broken record, but we do live in a very binary time when it comes to opinions. It's either the best thing ever or the worst thing ever, and there's certainly no space in between.
Dead Space.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Space. Yeah, of course.
Just why people were upset with it, because it definitely has that. The way that it's set up is not great.
Thing is, I find myself looking back on things that I felt strongly about in terms of like negatively. And speaking about Alien, for example, Alien Resurrection was a film that I despised. When I look back at it now, I'm like, I'm so dulled by, like, in terms of my opinion of it now. Like, I can recognize that there's a lot still going on within that's much better than I ever gave it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very easy to get wrapped up in like indulging your negativity in that way. Not to say that there's films out there that certainly don't deserve negativity, but I think the films that I find that I negatively react to these days are for completely different reasons than I found when I was younger, where it was just like it wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be.
Let me just go ahead and commit those charges. Well, no, let's. All right. I'm just crafting stuff while you guys are chatting away there. It's all good.
Yeah. I was going to say, a film that I hated recently, though, was the Little Things.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one, actually.
Yeah,
I knew... Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I actually just watched that like 2 nights ago. And it was better than I expected. And part of it's because John Lee Hancock as a director is really frustrating to me.
Yeah.
Because Highwaymen... Because that's the one that always keeps coming back to me is Highwaymen, the Costner and Woody Harrelson movie, and it's like that should be so much fucking better than it is.
Yeah.
Especially because it made Bonnie and Clyde scary. They're like a movie monster the way they're portrayed in that movie, and then so the Little Things actually being kind of good was like, oh, okay, I'm fine.
Oh, I mean, fair enough. For me personally, with that particular film, I've not seen Highwaymen, but I didn't really know John Lee Hancock. I didn't really know him as a filmmaker until after I'd seen The Little Things.
You don't remember The Alamo?
Well, I do. I remember. I still remember Disney's The Alamo. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was his doing.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I read up about it afterwards, but at the same time, when I was watching it, I didn't know that he was responsible for Highwaymen as well. But for me, The Little Things, yeah, it was. I got what it was going for in terms and the reason that I didn't like it was because I thought that it had far more potential, especially in the ending, which a lot of people seem to don't like, where I feel like it botched it in terms of its dealing with that ending, that unresolvedness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without going into spoilers, I think there are ways in which that could have been presented in a way to leave certainly more ambiguity. I
agree. Yep.
And this is what I was going to say. I find I respond in that way to these films that have. It's always something that where I can recognize that there's potential in it. Like, oh, they really just fumbled something for me.
Totally fair. Totally understood. But yeah, I don't want to. It's like I don't want to go too much into it just because it's a very genre-wise, it's a very different movie than what we're playing right now. But
yeah, it is completely.
But it's a. But yeah, no, but going back to like the Alien Resurrection thing, I think when I've noticed when going back to kind of the what's considered the schlock of the 90s, the B movies of Hollywood in the 90s. There are so many films I think we go back to that we begin to understand what was actually being done.
Yeah. Connect the lab systems to Sevastopol from the console in the central lab. We're counting on you, Ripley.
I mean,
you couldn't. God forbid you do anything.
that's fine. Just go ahead and make me do all the work, man. This guy's got that outsourcing thing done pat. He is on it.
That's the Sevastopol way.
Does he work for Gearbox?
Oh, heyo,
heyo.
Pitchford.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I hear him.
He's got his heels on.
Yep.
Is there?
Well, the alien is ready for a night out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the reason why Stompy is getting on our case. Nope, no, Pepper. That's probably saw I was commenting in the chat. I finally was edited the episodes enough to get to that. No, Pepper. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I gotta turn off the emergency alarm.
It's one of my more obscure Bob's Burgers references.
I think
it just
this is
amuses me.
Yep. It's a good one. Oh god, I was binging Bob's Burgers yesterday with my mom. That was good stuff. Because we are very behind.
It's my go-to for just any comfort.
It's a good show for that.
Yeah, like you need a bit of comfort. Watch some Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm even in the crawl space now, and I just need Teddy to come get me out, and then to not get me out because because I really don't want to. I don't want to deal with my in-laws. Oh! I should have looked at the.
It's Sawyer Kuchikopi nightlight.
Oh no!
Nightlight.
No! Ah,
Wanted to fight.
fuck nuggets.
At least you've saved it.
And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Oh fuck.
Wow, he was wasting no time.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.